As Father Chet noted in his welcome to us all, this is a day of great joy for the Glenmary home missioners and for the Church of America, the Church of the world. We are very grateful that God has chosen this time and place and these men, Aaron and Crispine, to the Holy Order of Priesthood. And so, Crispine and Aaron, you have had the experience of Samuel. But it will not be the last time, for indeed the Lord will continue to speak, and you are called to listen, as your brothers, as your forebears have listened. If your own story of discernment is to be told, and I'm sure it's been told many times to family and friends, all the better. And it likely includes some whisperings, some confusion, some sleepless nights, and a few wise old counselors like Eli. The gifts these men receive today are meant for sharing. Prayer, to pray for the church. Celibacy, to love God's people in an extraordinary way. Obedience, a freedom that shows others the ways to genuine freedom. Never be afraid to proclaim God's words. And remember that those who first spoke the hallowed word were often exiled and punished and even martyred. Of course, the enduring model for this is Jesus, our high priest, of which we read in Hebrews. It is not Christ who glorified himself in becoming high priest, but rather the one who said to him, "You are my son, this day I have begotten you. And you are a priest forever, according to the order of Melchizedek." The office of the priest is multifaceted, so multi-layered that it is difficult to know exactly where one might focus. As you know, even a retreat of several days cannot ready you for these sacred rituals. Even a formation of several years cannot answer all your questions. There are myriad ways this covenant may be lived out, and none of us can foresee all those possibilities today. Ask your brothers what this promise of obedience has meant. Ask your parents, family, and friends what obedience has meant in their lives. It's meant some sleepless nights, but some unparalleled joys. In God's name, you will bring mercy and forgiveness to people. You will relieve and console the sick. In liturgy, you will offer praise to God, praying for the people of God and the whole world. And all of this can be rather intimidating. You are, after all, simple men, and the demands of the priesthood are not always simple. It's St. Paul who writes that we must be fools for Christ's sake. Perhaps if St. Paul had lived in the 20th or 21st centuries, he would have added that we have to be dopes for Christ's sake. Aaron and Crispine, you are blessings to the church. You are blessings to me. If you do live to be 100, if cumulatively you live out 100 or more years of priesthood, the work will not be done. The harvest will not be complete. To our young people here today, boys and girls, youth, young men and women, a life of service in the church is a life beyond your greatest imagining. Pray that God may open your eyes to whatever path He leads you. And to you, do not be afraid. Take a glance over here. Put your dopes and you have done it.